Hello everyone and welcome to the OpOrd brief for Operation Shoplift. We're going to be starting with the situation. The area of operations tonight is going to be the town of Katalaki. The terrain is going to be rural villages separated by arid plains. The weather is going to be slightly overcast with low loom and no effect to the ISR platforms. Human forces. Enemy forces. Human and SIGINT have identified a terror cell in the town of Katalaki. We're expecting about a platoon-sized element on target or near in the surrounding villages. They're composed of AK-47s and AKM small arms. There are no reports of missiles, rockets, or IED munitions. In the last 24 hours, this terror cell has launched multiple harassing attacks on forward Blue 4 positions and is considered to be in an alert posture. The most likely course of action for this element is that when they are engaged, they will stand and fight, and depending on how that fight develops, they'll either flee, commit martyrdom, or surrender. The most dangerous course of action on this target is OpOrd will hold and fight from prepared barricaded positions and utilize their radio communications to request QRF or other indirect fires from surrounding villages. Civilian considerations. These civilians are not friendly to Blue 4 forces on the southwest. As soon as we cross phase line forward, our position is expected to be reported en route. Friendly forces for this operation is going to be COG 1st Platoon. We have 3 airframes in support. We have Reaper 1-1 and MQ-9 Predator with Hellfire missiles, as well as Demon 1-1 and Demon 1-2 for CAS and AH-6s. The mission tonight is for COG 1st Platoon to conduct a GAF point raid on the town of Katalaki in order to neutralize a local terror cell and degrade FIA fighting capacity in the region on the night of September 24th, 2022 at 0100 local. I say again, the mission is for COG 1st Platoon to conduct a GAF point raid in the town of Katalaki in order to neutralize a local terror cell and degrade FIA fighting capacity in the region on the night of September 24th, 2022 at 0100 local. The commander's intent is to neutralize the terror cell in the town in order to prevent further attacks in the region, gather any intelligence on additional enemy activity in the area, and safely return to the FOB before sunrise. End states for this operation: friendly, all friendly forces are accounted for and safely return to the FOB. Enemy, all enemy combatants have been killed or neutralized. Civilian, damage to civilian populace and infrastructure is limited to what is deemed necessary for mission success. Task organization for tonight. Kilo 1-2, you are the decisive operation. Your task is to clear Building 11. Your purpose is to exploit the target building for sensitive materials and weaken FIA efforts in the area. Kilo 1-1, you are shaping Operation 1. Your task is to contain the 10 series. Your purpose is to interdict squirters and control the 10 series from influence, external or internal. Kilo 1-3, you are shaping Operation 2. Your primary task is to contain the 10 series from the LCC. Your primary purpose is to interdict squirters leaving the 10 series. Your secondary task is to follow and assume Kilo 1-2 in event of mass cal, and your secondary purpose is to exploit the target building for sensitive materials and weaken FIA efforts in the area. Kilo 1-4, you are shaping Operation 3. Your task is to establish blocking positions at BP1, BP2, and BP3. Your purpose is to isolate the target area and prevent enemy QRF from influencing the operation. Moving on to the con-op. This operation is broken down into 5 phases: insert, assault, post-assault, prep for exfil, and exfil. Phase 1 insertion starts with 1st Platoon mounted up at the FOB, and it ends with all squads at their designated battle positions. The key tasks for this phase: proper accountability at the FOB, and to conduct a simultaneous GAF infill to BPs, containment locations, and last cover and concealment. Phase 2, assault, starts with all squads at their respective battle positions, and it ends with back clearance of target compound complete. Key tasks for this phase: clearance of the target structure, containment of the target compound, and Kilo 1-4 isolating the west, north, and south MSRs. Phase 3, post-assault, it starts with the target compound clear and secure, and it ends with exploitation of the target compound complete. Key tasks for post-assault: back clearance of the target building, exploitation of the target compound structures, and containment facing outboard to provide additional security. A leader's huddle will also be conducted in vicinity of the target compound. Phase 4, prep for exfil. It starts with a leader's huddle in vicinity of the target compound, and it ends with 1st Platoon mounted and in formation at intersection F. The key tasks for this phase are proper accountability of all squads at intersection F. Phase 5, exfil, starts with a convoy in formation at intersection F with full accountability. It ends with all of 1st Platoon elements and equipment properly accounted for and safely back at the FOB. The key tasks for this phase are proper accountability of the entire element and equipment and all COG elements back at the FOB safe. Phase 1 insertion. It begins with all of 1st Platoon mounted into the AMRAPs at the FOB. Load order for tonight: Vehicle 1 will be loaded by Kilo 1-1. Vehicle 2 will be loaded by Kilo 14 Alpha. Vehicle 3 will be loaded by Kilo 11 Alpha. Vehicle 4 will be loaded by Kilo 12, Kilo 16, and Kilo 18. Vehicle 5 will be loaded by Kilo 13 and Kilo 19 and is our designated recovery vehicle. Vehicle 6 will be loaded by Kilo 14 Bravo, and our final vehicle, Vehicle 7, will be loaded by Kilo 14 Charlie. Kilo 11 will infill to Containment North and Containment South. Kilo 12 will infill to the LCC. Kilo 13 will also infill to the LCC. Kilo 14 will infill to blocking points 1, 2, and 3. The convoy will infill along Route Black, making proper positional calls and convoy calls on the convoy net. Upon infill, all squads will move to and establish their blocking positions or hold short at the LCC as described. Key calls for this phase: 5 minutes, 60 seconds, ISO set, containment set, and assault holding at LCC. This concludes phase 1. Phase 2, the assault. It starts with the key calls ISO set and containment set, and the assault element being released at the GFC's discretion. Kilo 12, you will assault and clear the 10 series. Kilo 11 will contain the 10 series for Containment North and Containment South. Kilo 13, you will assist Kilo 11 with containment on the 10 series, and you are primary squirter interdiction from the LCC. Kilo 14, you will establish your blocking points 1, 2, and 3 to interdict any QRF. Key calls for phase 2 are Jackpot, 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 Building 11 clear and secure, and your respective pause reps on assault. This concludes phase 2. Phase 3, post-assault. It begins with the 10 series being declared clear and secure. The net call post-assault, post-assault, post-assault. Kilo 12, you will move to post-assault activities, including back clearance of the 10 series and exploitation of the target compound. Kilo 11 will shift containment to provide additional outboard security. Kilo 13, you will assist Kilo 11 with additional outboard security. And Kilo 14, you'll maintain your established battle positions 1, 2, and 3 to continue to interdict any QRF. There will also be a leader's huddle in vicinity of the 10 series. The key calls for this phase are post-assault, post-assault, post-assault. This concludes phase 3. Phase 4, prep for exfil. It starts with the back clearance complete and the target building exploited, as well as the leader huddle being conducted in vicinity of the 10 series. First platoon will then mount and move to convoy formation oriented north at intersection F. All squads must have accountability for their personnel and equipment at this time. Key calls for prep for exfil are going to be prep for exfil, prep for exfil, prep for exfil. At any point in time, if demo needs to be conducted, it will be done at this time. Phase 5, exfiltration, starts with first platoon at intersection F with key call exfil, exfil, exfil. The convoy will form up at the intersection F, and the convoy will roll from the intersection F along Route White back to FOB. All squads must have proper accountability for the personnel and equipment at this point, and will be complete when all elements are safely back at the FOB. Key calls for this phase are exfil, 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 as well as your convoy reports en route through the checkpoints and phase lines. This concludes phase 5. Admin and logistics, nothing special here. Take your standard equipment for your proper tasking, including flashbangs, zip ties, and demo, standard medical, and there are no speedballs for this operation. Command and signal, chain of command is going to be Kilo 16, followed by Kilo 17, followed by Kilo 14, Kilo 11, Kilo 12, and then finally Kilo 13. Call signs for this operation: Reaper 11 is going to be our MQ9 ISR platform, Demon 11 in an AH6, and Demon 12 in the second AH6. Our internal communication pace plan: primary is going to be long range 031, alternate is going to be direct, contingency is going to be an ATAC text, and emergency is runner from my location to yours. External pace plan for reaching the birds or ISR platform is going to be primary, long range 032. Alternate is going to be an ATAC text to the operator or pilot. Contingency is a red flare, and emergency is going to be a Discord message. You have your combo card on the right, including our new convoy net on long range 041 for TCs, gunners, and drivers, as well as our standard smoke and signal.